It's crazy weather for October. I've never seen it rain like this. Keeps raining and stopping. We haven't seen sunshine for a while. But I think the forecast for the Volkswagen Ameo has just got better. The car was launched this June and it was only launched with a petrol engine, which really didn't impress us. Well, now it gets the diesel that we've all been waiting for. Well, let's get right down to the change. The Ameo is the first Volkswagen to get the updated 1.5-litre TDI unit. This version gets a bump in power which is 5 HP up to 110 and a larger turbocharger. But torque remains the same at 250 Nm. The figures on paper translate well out onto the road. It feels like a nice, powerful engine. There are no sudden spikes of power and it pulls nicely and cleanly. The good part about it is that there's no perceptible lag, so you really don't have to work the gears too much. Lift off, slow down to something, you can put your foot down, accelerate again from as low as 12 or 1300 RPM. And it's got a good amount of top-end power as well, so it makes a great highway companion. Overtakes are easy and cruising as well. However, one must mention that the clutch feels a little heavy and long hours in traffic will take their toll. The engine is a little noisy too at startup and when you rev it hard. But driven at a normal pace, the well-insulated cabin makes sure it's not intrusive. Now this diesel engine has made all the difference to the Ameo. You really enjoy driving it now. It's a strong engine, but there are no sudden spikes of power. It pulls cleanly and strongly. The beauty about it is that there's no perceptible lag. And whether you want to amble around in city traffic or put your foot down and ride down a highway, this engine is happy to do both. What's good as well is the first in this segment. Volkswagen is offering the Ameo with an option of a 7-speed DSG Auto, but you will have to opt for the top two trims to be able to get the Auto Box. This Auto Box really makes light of city driving, especially in traffic conditions. Shifts are smooth and seamless, and when you want additional power, it's quick to respond to. You feel the lag slightly in the Auto below 1800 RPM, and that's because of the way the gearbox is tuned. It's also more when you demand sudden acceleration. The Auto Box responds better to a light foot, and when you're gentle on the throttle, as you gain momentum, you will see the gears slipping up quickly, often settling into 7s to keep the revs low, which means you can expect good fuel efficiency. In fact, if you go by claim figures, it's marginally more than the manual. However, when you want that little bit of extra punch, you can shift it into manual or sport, and that eliminates any presence of the sluggishness below 1800 RPM. Now, what has also improved over the petrol is the ride quality. Whereas the petrol felt a little soft and had vertical movement, this one feels much better tethered. The suspension seems to have been stiffened. That helps it absorb bumps better, and it offers an overall flatter ride too. Apart from that, not much else has changed. It still has the stubby boot and the Polo's nose with a slight tweak. The impressive interior also remains, and although simple and uncluttered, it is well built and of really good quality for its class. Top-end versions get an impressive feature list too. The DSG top-end additionally gets hill hold and ESC. The Ameo diesel is available in 3 trim levels: Trendline, Comfortline, and Highline. Well, when we first drove the Volkswagen Ameo a couple of months ago, we felt its biggest drawbacks were the petrol engine, which really didn't impress us, and of course the tight backseat space. Well, the backseat space still remains tight because not much else apart from the engine has changed with this car. With the engine, yes, it makes a huge difference. This diesel engine is really nice to drive, it's powerful, and whether it's city or highway, it makes a great companion. So, has the diesel Ameo become a better buy? Well, most definitely yes, if you consider the performance. It is also a well-packaged car. You get that good solid German build, you get a great level of interiors, and of course, good fit and finish as well. Now, what we have to consider is price. The manual is competitively priced in the segment, but the DSG is a bit on the expensive side. You have to consider the fact that it is the only real auto around because the rest that compare to it, like the Zest and the Desire, are only AMT boxes. So if you were to ask me, should you buy a Volkswagen Ameo diesel, well, I would definitely say yes.